Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick, let's talk about something real quick. Tell y'all what's going on, all right? Y'all see this, right? Y'all recognize this? This is Dodge Magnum, by the way. Okay, now the engine in here, a lot of you guys recognize this. 2.7, right? However, guys, this is why we get in a lot of trouble. You're dealing with cars that come from other facility. Remember I talked about why dealers are forced to charge a certain amount of money to really, if they're going to go out on a limb and become responsible for your vehicle as far as making sure everything right, it's in their best interest to be well compensated for it, because you're going to blame them anyway, no matter what you get fixed, and no matter any problem that arises after a dealership fix your car, you're going to automatically, by default, think it's something that the dealer did, right? So it's a lot of tit for tat on a situation like that. But let me tell y'all what's going on here. All right, this car come from another shop. All right, wow, guys, look at this. Okay, yes, okay, an engine was installed, right? So think about this for a second. This likely go into, wow. All right, let me get on with what's going on. Okay, no cam, no crank. A lot of cam crank faults, a lot of cam problems, a lot of codes pertaining to timing. All right, so the other shop went out of their way to go get an engine. Okay, cool. 2.7 on a rear-wheel drive car. Typically, they all, by the way, look the same. Yes, they all look the same. However, oh, guys, there is a major difference, all right? Major difference, guys. In certain split years of the production of this engine, FCA, it wasn't FCA at the time, but Chrysler went to a feature. They went from next generation controller, or they went from SBEC engines to next generation controller engine. Guys, what that simply means is the timing is not the same, okay? Now, I might be saying it wrong, but I want you to understand my intentions or what I'm trying to tell you. And here's basically what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. All right? I can get on with the story or get on with what I'm trying to say. In a nutshell, you can't just grab a 2.7 liter engine out of a, say, rear-wheel drive. This is a Magnum, but they are found in the early built Chargers, the early built Challengers, the 300s, things like that. You can't just grab any old engine, guys. The production date of that engine matters, okay? If, say, this is a newer model car and it's next generation controller, if I put a non-next generation controller engine in it, it will not start and run, right? Because the timing is not in sync. Okay, sure, it's going to have the cam sensor going to be in the same spot, the crank sensor going to be in the same spot. So the sensor is going to be in its rightful location. All right, and from the looks of this wasn't the case. They had to I'm sure the connectors are not the same. So they cut right here and just installed a whole harness to match the connectors that they now have on the newer engine. So to me, that should have been a red flag to them. Wait a minute, something ain't right. And last but not least, or not last, but this should be a red flag. Okay, this computer, which is right here, is going to be looking for a signal, okay, from this. It could be a intake runner valve. Okay, I don't know. The engine that this calls for likely will be equipped with a runner valve that this connector will plug into. So why would you not think a checking engine light would be on? It would be on, because it's looking for, oh my goodness. All right, so some poor guy, some poor shop, and I say poor because they should know better. Why would you go through all this trouble, guys? Now, I give them this, nobody's gonna look at wiring harness and see, okay, something ain't right. I'm not gonna install this engine until I find out something right. The average Joe Blow anxious to get paid, so it's an easy job, so they just gonna slam an engine in it and they'll worry about this later. But here we are, okay? To their surprise, or to their finding, they can't get the car started no matter what they do. You can replace, look, that's a new cam sensor, guys. You can replace cam, crank, you can replace everything, every sensor on here. It's still not gonna start right because the computer sees that the engine is out of sync. this is the wrong engine, guys. This likely a SBEC 2.7. Remember, it's split year. Chrysler changed. Okay, guys, before you just grab any old engine, I don't care if it's a 2735 Hemi, make sure. In fact, this is what I started doing when I got burnt on situations like that. I started asking for the VIN that the engine came out of. All right, with that VIN, that would tell you a lot of things, guys. Now, I don't know what engine this came out of, but they should have got the VIN on it. In fact, etch in the last 9 of the VIN somewhere on the valve cover, because with that, you can tell everything about the car. This is a junkyard engine, but I don't know what they got it out of. All right, now I will take that VIN and match it up to the VIN on the car I'm working on, and simply go up to the parts department and like, look, is this engine compatible with this engine based on both VINs? If not, it's not going to work. It's as freaking simple as that, guys. No rigmarole, no splicing wires, none of this going to make this engine appear to be in sync by that controller. Or vice versa. You can get an NGC engine and install it into an SBEC car and you have the same results. So I'm not just picking on one way or the other. It's either way. They have to match, guys. Is what I'm trying to say. All right, so I feel bad. Well, I guess I feel bad because this is a lot of work just to find out it's not going to work. Towing it to the dealer and getting them to perform miracles. What do you think the dealer gonna do? Yes, we're gonna scan it, and because just about every dealer tech done been burnt by this. I got burnt in the early. It only take one time to get burnt, guys. You're gonna memorize this stuff forever. I got burnt a while back, so when I get stuff like that, every time I pop the hood and I see yellow writing insinuating a junkyard engine, my red flag go up. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. What is going on? Why did they tow it here? They obviously towed it here because they can't come to completion with it. They think only dealers can perform miracles. The only advantage dealer has, guys, over aftermarket shop is the ability, the scan tool capability. It can do things other shops can't do. So the personnel matters also. All right, you can have a well-experienced dealer personnel mechanic at the dealer as opposed to aftermarket. But I wouldn't put too much stock in that because a lot of dealer guys go work at aftermarket shop. Okay, Brothers Motors equipped with certified factory trained technicians, so yeah, they consider top notch. But I just want to put that out there, guys. I don't want you guys to make the same mistake, so I'm not going to dwell on this. There's nothing we can do. I mean, you have the wrong engine in the car, guys, so I feel bad for Buddy, but you live and you learn, I guess. Okay, so I want you guys to understand it. All right, that's all I have, man. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next video.